Hello everyone, and welcome to round 3 of tonight's Monday Night Dice. On the left we have Andrew, he's playing Jin Cassian. On our right we have Mike, he's playing Big Grievous Sentinel Messenger with Built to Last, just for some fun hack and slash. So Andrew's going the mill approach, as we've seen him do in the last 2 rounds. Mike, of course, is trying to roll 3s. So I think Grievous might get this. No, not when Andrew rolls like that. No, Grievous gets it. So we will not be playing on the occupied city, because that will certainly cause problems for Mike with all the upgrades. That would have been worth at least 4 cards, right? So, yep, but 2 shields on in place. Protect the yellow, protect the spot yellow, and Mike will get us started here. So we are playing on Grievous Lair, which means you can spot Grievous to do 1 damage, which is pretty good. Alright, ID 10 comes down. That is a unique, so he gets his dollar back. It is not a weapon for Grievous's power action, but it certainly serves purpose for an overwrite. Alright, scrap heap down for 1. That'll get Andrew his resource back every turn when he mills, which of course he's going for. Mike goes to the crafted for 2. Now remember the no play restriction on Grievous, so he does not have to be exhausted as a normal character would for the crafted. Alright, resistance ring down, mill 1, and then Andrew will exhaust and get it back. Andrew would have been more than happy to keep that no answer in Mike's hand next round, because he probably wouldn't have used it. Grievous coming in, looking for 3s. Focus, not bad. Does get a 2. Cassian's going to come in. Rolls discard and a resource. It is Mike's action. I think he's trying to decide if Andrew has the removal. If he goes to 3, he's picking safe, so he may want the resource, though, because then he could potentially get an overwrite. But he's just going to go, it looks like, to the 3. Yep, just go for the damage. Right, Andrew discards. He's going to take the 5. Gets a Fear and Dead. And then, yep, discards and mills. Could have used a Grievous Striker. That would have been worth a damage. It's not bad. Alright, so going after Jin. He is going to leave the spot yellow to the end, but he's going after the auto mill. With Jin, I mean. And we'll bring in Jin. Look at the top 3. Alright, discard blank and 2 gun. So Andrew will probably get rid of the Dooku Saber. Because he knows he's going to get, so he puts both the upgrades on top, because again, he knows he's going to get 1 when he does Cassian as well. I'm wondering, with only 21 health, if Andrew wouldn't have had a better shot here actually just trying to shoot. Of course, all that indirect would have gone onto the messenger. Alright, messenger rolls in. Yep, Andrew knows he's not going to be able to play it. That'll be the Dooku Saber. He can, I suppose, overwrite the crafted if he wants to, but it just actually ends up wasting the card, so. Alright, so he does not play it. That focus is going to cause additional problems. Andrew's probably going to do his resource here. No, he does not. Picks up and re-rolls. That's risky. Yep, exactly. Exactly. That was a stupid move. Now he'll have to re-roll again to get Cassian off that blank. Right? Andrew will take 1 card. Alright, gets... Oh, Dark Ritual. That's an interesting little call. Not bad. Alright, 2 more. Right? Not bad for Mike. 7 damage. And we'll have to drop to re-roll here. Oh, drops a pickings. He did have it. Oh, and then Cassian rolls the blank again. That may make a huge difference in this game. Alright, yep, claims and then a damage. 2 into the messenger. Andrew, yeah, he does. He passes. He wants that card real bad. That cost him a lot. He could have had one more card and another resource for control in the future, because he's pretty much on the mill strategy now. So 4 health remaining on Jin. I should say 4 hit points remaining on Jin. Mike will get us started, but he'll certainly be playing cards. Or weapons, that is. Trying to get to that magic 4 number. Yep, there's Dooku coming down. It actually cost him net 0 because it cost him 1 and then he got it back, right? So yeah, there's guns put into the anafocus. Not bad. Alright, so Andrew puts the cards back after looking, goes top, gets a Dooku Sailor, takes a resource. Motive for guns. Does not get it, goes into the discard, which Andrew will probably just leave. Alright, suppressive down. That'll allow him to pay 1 to remove a character die after roll in. Speaking of, here comes Grievous. Rolls. Holy crud. Now, if Andrew had that Pickensy discard, alright, so he'll do 1. Now it is Andrew's action. So he pays 1 there. Andrew's okay, he can pick. That was not a bad turn at all for Andrew. Alright, Messenger coming in. Rolls a blank. Probes. Yeah, he'll likely get 2 cards. Flee and Hasty. Okay, Cassian. 1 gun and a blank. Mike will get 1 additional damage now from the, or not additional, but he'll get 1 damage from Grievous, remember. Alright, so re-rolling. Misses. Alright, 3 and then mill 1. 3 to the Messenger. And gets a Forsaken. Oh man, that would have been a heck of a top deck right there. In fact, that was his top deck, but he already had another die in the pool. So he was almost living the dream. Takes the shield, puts it on the Messenger. Focus to the discard. Mike will just have to claim and take the hit, I think. Well, I mean, he may as well reroll and see what he gets, but nope, claims and deals the 1. And Andrew discards 2. Oh, it's because Mike didn't care if he lost those, really. So Mike discards the 2 and mills the 1, loses the dagger. Alright, so Jin is likely going down this turn. The question will be, can Andrew get the Jin pistol for the overwrite, or at least another resistance ring or something, and try and save some value. Rolling her in does get him a card, so he will certainly do that. Mike's going to want to put down Jin. Okay, so he'll open with a counter intel, see what he's looking at. Right, Jin, yep, there's the Jin pistol. So, oh man, double clandestine with Cassian, quite healthy. Yeah, puts the Flea on top, because otherwise you're looking at Flea and clandestine either direction. So Andrew does have the Jin pistol, which is highly likely coming in right here. Yep, so he overwrites, pays 2. That will effectively allow him to mill 2 cards or put down a Messenger. Alright, so Messenger coming in. Mike will get to look. Probably plays here if it's, look, does not, was not an upgrade. Yep, so Jin will come in. We have all sorts of triggers now. Alright, so he's going to look at top 3 first. Then he'll get to discard 1 for Jin. And then he gets to choose to roll or mill for the blaster. And then he can re-roll the blank. I mean, he can actually roll both Jin die, but he's going to stick with the mill plan, I think. So, All right, other counter intel gets 1 for scrap heap. And then he will not reroll, so he wants to mill 1 more. It's a Maul Saber. Then rerolls Jin into another discard. Not a bad little move there. Let's see if Mike can take Jin out. Now it looks like he's going to play before Grievous gets in, but man, that's a lot of big dice over there with Grievous. Right, he does. He rolls him in. Gets a 3. All right, so there, yeah, he's just going to blow it. The Clandestine, so he'll discard 2 and then mill 2. Yep, so there's the 2. We get a Forsaken and a Sudden Impact. Not a bad pull, actually. And then the 2 from deck was another Grievance Striker, and I didn't see the other one. There's Mike's action here. Time to kill Jin, I would imagine. May as well get it off while you can, right? Yep, so drops Jin. That does allow the blaster to redeploy. And then 2 into Cassian, take off the shields. Right, 2 cards in hand. Cassian rolls in with a gun, a plus gun. So you can actually mill another card because he's not going to reroll that. Yep, so it's the reroll part is inherent to the blaster, and then it's if it's on Jin, you can reroll her die. All right, so he gets to seize the day. It goes back to Mike here, who has to decide what to do on his messenger. Messenger is in lethal range. Does he just take the dollar and then play upgrades? Oh, so yeah, automated's the 1. That also saves him a card from a mill standpoint. So Andrew will probably drop to reroll here, which he does. There's 3 indirect. Saves the messenger. Will cost Mike a card. Alright, discards Andrew's last card, which we knew was a Clandestine. Andrew takes the resource and mills. Okay, it's another Dooku Saber. Mike will probably claim here. Deal the 1. Yep, he does. And then Andrew will send 3 across the table. And then Andrew gets into the tough range here because there won't be any cards left in Mike's deck. And that's what Jin Cassian does so well, is the deck mill. But the hand mill, especially when Cassian's out there, right? Jin does it okay on her own because he gets a reroll with the pistol, but Cassian on his own does kind of struggle with that. So this is really just going to boil down to if Andrew can keep Mike off his control. Mike's not going to be able to get the Grievous power action off, or highly unlikely to make that happen. He does have enough resources for it, but that's going to cost him 2 cards from hand. So Vader Saber for 3, that's not bad at all. Gets 1 back. Andrew has lots of money for control here. Alright, so rolling in Cassian. He gets guns and indirect. There's nothing he can mill, but he's going to leave it. He's going to keep the 3 indirect. Probably should have re-rolled. Yep, Grievous coming in. There's the Sentinel doesn't get anything on roll in, obviously, because there's nothing in deck. Alright, that's one way to do it. So do remember that the Vader Saber does still allow that die to roll in. It just doesn't deal damage when it's on Vader, but it absolutely will allow a roll in. So we do know Andrew has a Flee the Scene because that was put on top of his deck last round. So he's going to entangle. That's not a high value entangle. Alright, looks like he's taking it back, because yeah, that's a poor value entangle. Alright, he's going to flee, but that's almost worse value. But he saves the 5 damage, but that'll allow Mike to do some dirty things here. But it will make Mike reroll, most likely. So Andrew, those 2 power actions are doing Andrew's next 2 actions, which will be passes. Right, so Mike hits for 2. And he'll claim, deal the 1, and then Andrew will have to pass, and that'll end the round. So that did not work out well for Andrew, but he did save. He only saved, what, 3 damage overall? So the Sentinel built to last version can ramp awfully well. And now that Grievous has been dropped in points, he actually can't run Retribution, which is kind of fascinating. So, man, look at that roll. But that's what you'd expect. There's a ton of damage dice out there. So Andrew has to continue to control. We know he has an entangle, because we saw it last round. Yep, so now he'll entangle. Yep, so he's still going to take a hit. Probably should have taken the +2 Vader Saber to prevent the roll-in. Actually, there's no probably about it. Definitely should have taken the Vader Saber to prevent the roll-in. Okay, so there's a browbeat. Yep. Yep, and Mike will claim, and that will do it. Nicely done, sir, evading the mill kill. If you like what we're doing here on the Dice Commando channel, please show your support with a like and a subscribe. Please remember to keep all comments civil and constructive, and to help us continue to grow this amazing community. Thank you for watching Dice Commando.
Hey, thanks for watching Dice Commando. This is Ruth Ann. I appreciate it, and like and subscribe.